everyone. Welcome back to Super Jerry 27's Nerd Cave. So most of you know, if you watched it, I kind of grew up in the 90s, and that's when I really got into comic books. The Image craze, the Valiant craze, the indie craze. When San Diego Comic-Con was actually about the comics, not the fucking movies. So in the 90s, when you would go to Comic-Con, the publisher, or I think any convention, I only went to San Diego. They didn't really do it at WonderCon in San Francisco. But at San Diego Comic-Con, at the time, I think was the biggest convention, publishers would make limited runs of certain issues that were like gold, platinum, foil, and the like. And so my dad loved to hunt for those, and my mom would always go with him, and then I would somehow find them. So for the most part, I have 3 or 6 of some of these titles. And of course, the stack I have with me, I think the most I have is 2. But that's because mom and dad probably got them. But we're going to start with some weird ones, like books you don't even think of anymore. It's limited, ultra limited, 5,000. It's the foil edition of Nightman, written by Steve Englehart and drawn by Derek the Boys Robertson. I think with inks was Andrew Papoy. It came out 90s. I don't think there's a date on it. I'm not going to crack it open because Steve Englehart's doing a CGC signing. So hopefully he'll do another one. And this is going because I got 2. And then Barry Windsor Smith, loved for his Conan, loved for his Wolverine Weapon X, loved for his X-Men stuff, went on to create Rune for Malibu Comics. I just happen to have a nice limited of 5,000 foil copy of Rune number 1, which of course... And sticking with the Malibu, Norm Brayfogle, in my opinion, was one of the best Batman artists in the late 80s, early 90s. May he rest in peace. He kind of jumped ship from Batman for a little bit and did this series for Ultraverse called Prime, which is hilarious. It was weird. Like, he would grow into this thing, and then he'd just dilute his powers or use them all up, and he'd be a little skinny dude and just all the goop. It was disgusting. But yeah, R.I.P. Mr. Brayfogle. I gotta search. I might have one of these signed by him, which would be kind of cool, but sad at the same time. Oh! Now this I only have one of. This one I don't think I got for free. I have a feeling I bought it at a convention, but at the time I was just in love with this show. I was trying to be a teenage actor and get on one of these shows and be a heartthrob and everything. Obviously not heartthrob material, but that is this Another Universe, Buffy the Vampire, gold embossed or embossed #1 cover with Miss Sarah Michelle Gellar on it. Back in the day, I would have killed to have been on this show, but then I heard how much of a douche Josh Whedon was, so fuck it, don't care anymore. But I don't know, back in the day, it was sweet. And then I loved Valiant Comics. I kind of got on the bandwagon late because I wasn't, I was 10. Or wait, let's see. This got a year on it? No, it doesn't. But 92, 93. I was stupid. I was a teenager. I was like, comic books, video games. Well, I do that now. But this I picked up off eBay because I was just rambling around looking for stuff like this. Picked it up on eBay. I think the retailers would get these for free with certain orders, or they just got a couple for free because of the store. I know there's a platinum one out there I'm going to try to get, but this is the gold one. Notice the Valiant logo is gold. And this is the big Jim Shooter event. Ooh, even Chapter 18 is gold. That's kind of sweet. The big Jim Shooter event that he did to tie in the universe. And then flash forward to 1993 when Armorines came out. This is a post-Shooter Valiant, and it was starting to fail, I believe. There is an N64 game of this, which is kind of neat. Gold, I love it. I think I got this for free, but I don't remember. I mean, it was 30 years ago. This is a 30-year-old book, and it's pristine because that's who I am as a person. But I like this, little mech suits fucking shit up. Kind of reminds me of Destiny. We stealing shit, Bungie? And then, of course, the mega event of the 90s was the Deathmate event, which the Valiant universe and the Image universe collided because Solar from the Valiant universe and Void from Wildcats fell in love or bumped into each other, just fucking flown around. So I've got this one I got off eBay. It's Deathmate Prologue Gold. It's a little dinged, so I might try to find a better one and just have this one pressed and signed when Bob Layton or Jim Lee do another signing. This one I got somehow in the 90s. This is Deathmate Yellow Gold. This was mine. I don't know if I won it or I purchased it or if somehow Dad won it, because Dad had wicked sick luck with this stuff. He'd come back like, "What is all this?" I'm like, "Dad, ow!" And it was beautiful. Beautiful. This one I purchased recently off eBay as well because it is a important first appearance of Gen 13. And we've got Mark Silvestri art. Who inked this? Jim Lee inked it. First appearance of, Caitlin Fairchild. Grunge. Roxy? Rainmaker. And the guy who lit up on fire. But yeah, first appearance, Deathmate. I need to reread these. Obviously, I'm going to do it online because I'm not going to crack my 20, 30-year-old titles. And then Deathmate Epilogue. This one I was a little disappointed in. Got it in a lot with some of the golds. It's kind of faded, but it's got beautiful, good Joe Quesada artwork, inked by Silvestri. Like, you can't tell from the camera, but the gold is kind of scratched, and it's faded. So I'll just have to find another one when I get money, because it's not that important right now. I've got a copy. But these were some of my favorite, like, indie, non-Big Two Marvel either freebies or goodies from back in the day. I love that era. I miss that era. I'm hoping to go to a big con in June this year for myself. I hope. Maybe get there for a day just for signatures, because there's some heavy hitters coming. Alan Davis just got announced. I don't think I've ever met Alan Davis. And I know I've got the Avengers Prime hardcover that he just needs his signature. It just needs it. And I know I have a copy of Justice League The Nail #1, but that one may wait if he does a signing or if CGC is there just to get it slabbed and all that happy horseshit. But yes, what did you pick up in the 90s from the not Big Two from San Diego? If you were alive, if you went. Oh God, it was a dream. We didn't know what we had at the time, and God, I miss it now. So like, subscribe, comment, share, dislike. See you in another video.